Hello, hello, hello. Today we are doing a 1 hour burlesque transformation. So stay tuned if you want to get this look. Hey, what's up? It's Raven. Before I get into this, let me have my little bit of jollof here. Nothing hits like jollof, honestly. I'm finally ready. Glasses are off, contacts are in. I'm gonna mix two makeup colors together. I usually just put it on the back of my hand. So I'll go like this. This one I'm running low on. I'm always terrified they're gonna discontinue it. Like, I will text my best friend constantly being like, I checked the website, they don't have my color. Anyway, regardless, even though I'm so attached to that, I mix it with this NARS. I find that I have a neutral skin tone, so it's not too orange and it's also not yellow. It's just somewhere in the middle, so that's why I like to mix foundation. So you see that I'm doing this on the back of my hand. I'm using this kind of patting, beating motion is the best way to put on makeup. When you're swiping, it's moving the makeup around a lot. I am gonna add a touch to my neck. Wow, this is making my voice sound so funny. I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but I'm doing So I'm adding a little bit to my neck here. I just want everything to look as seamless as possible. I don't go too crazy with it. I don't want to bring it so far down that it gets on my costume and things like that. But I want something there. This is a concealer I like to use. Let me just put a little bit underneath here, upper cheekbones, middle of the nose. I'm gonna put it on the middle of my forehead, underneath my chin as well. So I'm in Canada, Toronto, Canada, and I think it feels like -10 today, so you won't be seeing me outside. Certainly not. I do have some errands to run. Like, I've run low on all of my friggin' supplies. I used the last of my facial moisturizer. Actually, I had to cut up the bottle. So if you have a small brush like this, it's perfect to set your under eye. And I just do my under eye at this point. I don't do much else. And I will set the rest of my face later. But this is a good way for this area not to get too wrinkly before you move on to everything else. This is the color Ebony. And I like to use something to add as much contrast to my face as possible. So here we go. I'm gonna add a swipe of this. And I'm adding this quite high up on my cheekbone. It just helps give a really lifted look to the face. I found when I do it lower, it just does not spark joy. I'm also gonna do the underside of my jaw, the sides of my nose. And the reason for this, I don't really like a very thin looking nose on me. I just don't see the point of it. But I do this just so it retains my actual nose shape. And I like the end of my nose to look kind of round because it already is. So I'm accentuating what I already have instead of trying to create a new nose. I'm just highlighting the nose that I have. So I have my trusty contour brush and then using that same beating motion. Usually I just wear a huge muumuu to get ready. You know what, I was gonna say that's an exaggeration, but it's not. It's not an exaggeration. I just wear the loosest thing that I can. Today this is a little bit tight, but like I said, it is cold. It is Canada, it is cold. I wanna stay warm. So this is why I'm doing this. It's coming together. Take the same powder that I use for my under eye. I'm gonna add a tiny bit on my neck since I added a bunch of makeup on my neck. This is one of my favorite blushes. It's just super, super pink. And I'm putting it very high up on my cheek. I go absolutely crazy with it. It's just nice. It shows up really well in photos, I feel. And it adds a piece of definition to your face. I'm all about everything being high contrast. Like, I still want things to look blended, of course, but I want everything to stand out as much as possible. I'm gonna come back to my nose and reinforce that roundness at the tip and re-highlight the bridge. I'm gonna set this. I love this brow pencil by NYX, and I'm just gonna start to draw little hair-like strokes. I also like to extend the end of my eyebrow so it looks a bit longer. Every time when I go to my threading place to get my brows done, first of all, they always ask me upper lip, which, you know what, maybe I should accept it. Maybe I do have some little peach fuzz here. But anyway, moving on. Well, actually just cuss me out, basically. She will just say, what happened to your brows? Why is one so much smaller than the other? You're a freak of nature. I feel some way about it. Taking my eyeshadow primer and I'm patting it on my lids. Sometimes I do this in the reverse order, but I have sellotape here. It's just regular sellotape. I'm gonna stick it on my shirt a couple times. So this takes away some of the stickiness. And then I'm gonna angle it on my face. So I usually start by working on the crease first. Start working on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, great. This is looking nice and extended. You see that it's basically at my temples. Then I'm taking another darker purple color. So anything that you have at home that you like, and I'm starting to work this really, really much closer to my eye at the crease here. Please let me know, are you the type of person who backstage you can chit chat with people, or are you like me where you struggle to have conversation with people while you're getting ready? I remember when I was headlining the Vancouver International Burlesque Festival, a really nice photographer was coming to take some backstage photos, some behind the scenes moments. They were chatting with me as I was getting ready, and it's as if I could not even speak English. That was my first time headlining, so I was just, praying everything would go well, and luckily it did. Okay, so I've really layered on the color here. I'm gonna have to start blending this a bit. So I'm taking more of a circular motion now. Taking a frosty purple, I'm adding this into the mix. It is useful to look down in a mirror so you get your full eyelid shape. So I do have a mirror down here that I'm using. I'm liking how these colors are synchronizing and blending. Using a medium-y kind of purple and a smaller brush. This is just a random one. I'm not even sure what this brush is specifically for. I just like it for this purpose. Gonna add a connecting little moment here. I take a fresh brush that hasn't been used. This one has quite hard bristles. And then I just start to buff. Gonna put some of this in the inner corner to really brighten that area. And then that makes the end more dramatic. So it's just all about adding contrast. I'm just gonna peel these tapes off. So I'm gonna reinforce the brightness with my eyes using concealer. So adding some concealer just to define everything. Small flat brush for my under eye area. I'm going to use similar colors that were on the top of my eye. So I think some pink is in order. I'm just gonna take this. Also adding some purple. taking eyeliner, popping it right here on the same kind of angle as the eyeshadow that I've put. Bottom mascara. Good to take off any gloss you have on your lips before you start. It helps everything stick on better. Gloss will be coming back into the equation in a moment. Adding lipstick. Clear lip gloss. Well, I'm putting it on my arm because my hand is full of foundation. Patting my lips with it. So once my lashes are on, I do like to push the outer corner even higher. And I like to pinch the middle part and the inner part, so it's creating more of that elevated look. I'm going to take some pink eyeliner and add that. It's quite pink. Adding highlighter to the tops of my cheeks. This is a more champagne colored highlighter. I'm going to throw on my costume and we will see the final transformation. Here's the whole look together. I'm excited. We made it. She's a whole new woman. Yeah, it usually takes me an hour to do this. I just pop it on, hop out the door. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you give it a try. You can use different colors. You can add your own flair to it. Thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram. Peace.